Hey everyone, my name is Scott Vincent, and today I'm going to show you one of my new favorite calendar apps, which is called Notion Calendar. I'll share what I like about it and why. I'll also give you a complete guide on how you can utilize this to the fullest. Also, this is not a sponsored video or anything like that either, although I do have one coming up within the next week or so, which I'm excited about. Here is my life before Notion Calendar. And here is my life after Notion Calendar. So what is Notion Calendar? Notion Calendar is brand spanking new, sort of. Notion has been secretly working on with / bought out Cron, which some of you might be familiar with. So it's kind of like the rebranded and upgraded version of Cron. Yeah, this calendar, it has a lot of tricks up its sleeve. So watch out, Google Calendar, because Notion Calendar is coming after you, sort of. Well, you kind of need Google Calendar for Notion Calendar to work. So maybe not really, but it's okay. But for real though, let me show you what Notion Calendar can do. So let us jump right into it. All right, so you want to make an event, just click anywhere and drag to make an event. That will tell you how long it is. Type in the right what you want it to be called. Boom. Add a location, other people, notes, and even wait for it, a Notion page. So let's say you have a weekly meeting or something. Boom. This way you can get the best of both worlds, just like Hannah Montana. You get your stuff in your calendar and you get it back in your Notion. Easy squeezy. That way you can look back on your day and sort through these notes from your meetings, and you can also easily go back and find them in Notion. Super cool stuff. Okay, so next cool thing with Notion is time zones. So on the left-hand side, you can see that you can add on the plus there a time zone, which is pretty sweet. So I work remotely. I'm out in Florida and my HQ for work is out in Arizona. So with meeting with people, it's a 2-hour time difference. So this is really nice for being able to just compare and contrast like time zones, even though you could just subtract 2 hours. But if you have a team that's remote like across the world or even across the US, you'd have multiple different time zones and it can easily get confusing, and this kind of helps. Another thing you can do with this is kind of has, if your whole team has Notion Calendar, you can then overlay their calendar on top of yours so you can see what events are when. Even if they are in different time zones, it will sync up so it is correct. That is a pretty cool feature. Okay, what else? Here's a little hack I'll show you. So press Command K or Control if you're on a PC, and you'll see a bunch of different shortcuts that you can do. Some of these simple shortcuts as well that you can do. You can press T to go to today view, M for a monthly view, and W for a weekly view, because you catching those W's, baby. Okay, I'm sorry for that. The ultimate cheat code though is also pressing question mark. This will show you a long list of literally all the shortcuts. This feature is kind of like Calendly's cousin, which is pretty cool. Although it's not exactly like Calendly, at least as of right now. So let's say you need to meet with your coworker, of course, and y'all both have really, really busy schedules. So you have normally you would just email back and forth of like, okay, like I'm free during this time. Oh, dang it. Okay. You're not free during that time. Well, I'm free during this time. Does that work for you? And it can be a mess. It really shouldn't be that hard. And with this, it makes it pretty simple. So here's how you can do that with Notion Calendar. Okay. So it's just on the right there where it says scheduling snippet and then share availability. Boom. Make sure you're on the weekly view to do this, which of course, as I showed you, you can press W because you only deserve W's. If you read this comment W down below, because I just showed you how to use Notion Calendar and you're going to be the biggest winner ever. Okay. I wrote that in a script a long time ago and I forgot I wrote it. So just like this, just like creating an event, you click and drag this when you're available to meet with John, and it auto creates this beautifully crafted message right there. So you can even have it auto change time zones in the text to make life easy for them. And I have actually, believe it or not, used this. So you can just change the time zone right there, and it will draft that in the text right there. Super cool, super clean. It's kind of like Calendly because they have this landing page that they can go to and book a time. However, it's also not like Calendly because it's not just like a set it and forget it kind of deal forever. It's more of just like a one time, this is my availability. You can go to this link. And then once they schedule that, then all of that time availability will disappear and it will just go onto the one slot where they scheduled on your calendar. And then that link will no longer work. So it's not like you can just say, hey, I'm available from like 8 a.m. to like 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and people can book. So it's not a full proper Calendly replacement. And that would be really cool. But yeah, it is what it is, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome to use. Yeah, I think it would be super powerful if they like made it pretty much like Calendly, but that would also probably put them out of business. So you can't have everything, all right? Also, there's some other features that you didn't ask for that I'm going to show you. So with adding multiple calendars, you can share these calendars with your team, and let's say you have a doctor's appointment or something like that for a bunion on your foot. You can hide specific events from your coworkers and peeps from seeing. So instead of them seeing like the exact details of that appointment, you can make it so they only see just that you're busy. And another thing is, connecting your databases from Notion onto Notion Calendar. So I just went and created this sample form, and I wanted to show you a possible use case on how you can use the database and have it directly go into your calendar. So let's say if you have a plumbing business and you have a lead capture form on your website, and on your website, there's a section here that just captures this info. So let's say you want to capture their name, their email. These are all fake numbers that I just made up. So I'll just do another one. We'll just type in random numbers. Again, all of those are fake numbers. And then, so someone types in a message, I need an estimate for my toilet. So simple form, I'm going to go submit. Now what I've done here is I've integrated this with Notion. So if I go here and just go edit, I can show you what I've done. So I just named it plumbing business leads. It's connected to my Notion account, and it is connected to a database that I created. And I went ahead and I mapped all the properties. And then on the page content, I said new lead and then @ name, phone number, email, and then the message. So once I submitted it, it instantly went into this database. There's a message, I need an estimate for my toilet. So if we go back to the calendar here, you'll see that database, which is this, I called it leads to contact for some reason. I don't know why I named it that, but you'll see it's right here at the bottom. So the person's name, Scott Vincent, that's me. It put it directly on the calendar, and then you can hide that as well. So all of your databases you can easily show. And this you can use obviously for a lot of things. I know a lot of you have databases. Another one could be like a to-do list. So let's say you have this and you have a date. The one thing with the databases is you do need to create a calendar view. You'll notice that it's not showing up here on the databases. This is where you do it and it's not showing up. So what you need to do is you need to go the plus here and add it to a calendar database. So now we have it on this view. So here's some of the events that were on there. Here's the table view. So now if we go here and add a Notion database, I'm just going to refresh it by doing Command R. We should see it show up. There it is, to-do list. So now if we want to see the events in our to-do list, they're right there. If we want to hide them, we can just hide them. So that is a really neat and nice feature of with the Notion databases. So go to Gym and you can open that in Notion, and then it opens it up in Notion. Also as well, yes, there is the pages that you can add, docs and So there is the docs and the links that you can use. So if you wanted to take notes on this meeting with YouTubers that I just made, I'm actually not. That was just an event that I did. I'm not meeting with any YouTubers. Go create Notion page, meeting with YouTubers, location. We'll just put this under a private section, create. And so now it's attached. So now if we open it, for some reason it's pulling up the web version of Notion, but now we have this page and I just saved it under the private. So that feature is really nice. You can kind of stay organized with the pages connected to it. Other things, so settings. Again, there's the menu bar that you can turn on or off. I like turning this on. I love it. I think it's great. Notifications, if you don't have them on, make sure to go into system preferences and find Notion Calendar. And I personally like having them on so I can remind you. Upcoming meeting notifications, all the general calendar stuff. Here's some of the mapping that you can do, so you can change what T goes to. Line today in view or go to today. You can change it to light mode. That almost hurts my eyes if I do that. And then here's where you can connect your Notion database or workspace on the settings, and then default conferencing as well. If you're a Zoomer, you can connect your Zoom account. And so those are all of the main things that you can use with Notion Calendar. Of course, you can also add calendar accounts here on the left. And so you can view multiple different calendars, and you can do a quick meet with someone by pressing F. So if you wanted to do a quick meet, and there's so much that you can use with this. And let me know if you guys end up using this in your daily, just day-to-day work. I personally have been really enjoying it, and I've found that it has really helped me just stay organized, and I plan to use it more. And I can't wait for them to add more features to this. I think it would be really nice just to create simple tasks, either in Notion or on your calendar, and then just be able to drag them in. I think that would be really, really nice. I would also love to see, I don't know if they will do this, but I was personally hoping for, I was really, really excited about, if I go back into the week view, the sharing availability. Since this does just make it like I wish that they could make this recurring, like your availability. Because if you were just able to make this recurring, or make it just like not a one-time link, then that would essentially, or could essentially replace Calendly or the Google Calendar appointments, which now you have to pay for. But unfortunately, it is just a one-time link. And so I think that, yeah, that would be super, super nice if you can make this a recurring permanent link on top of a one-time availability for meeting with people. Anyways, I hope this video helped you guys out, and I hope you enjoyed this. I know there's kind of a lot. I'll try and condense it down. I hope that you can utilize this and just increase your productivity and organization, because when you are working a job that requires a computer and meeting with people, which is just about any job, you're gonna need it. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.